Dear students, I am Dr. Venkatachalapati. Today we will discuss about active and intelligent packaging. In day-to-day life, we see a lot of food products in the supermarkets and retail shops. They are neatly packed with attractive wrappers that contain information about the products inside. Do you know why they are packed? Any product is packed in order to protect the product and for easy handling. Though packaging is done from the past, new techniques have been evolved recently in the field of packaging. Mainly in the food processing, packaging plays a vital role. Active and intelligent packaging are among these latest technologies. In this module, we will learn about the principles and types of active and intelligent packaging. After going through this module, you will be able to understand the principles, types and materials of active and intelligent packaging. Apply the principles of active and intelligent packaging techniques in food packaging. What is active packaging? Food products are packaged using a variety of materials such as natural and synthetic materials. The primary functions are to wrap and to protect the food. After the product is filled in a package, you can see a headspace or void inside the package. The composition of that headspace may influence the shelf life of the food. Active packaging, sometimes referred as smart packaging. It is intended to sense internal or external environmental changes and to respond to it by changing its attributes. Active packaging is defined as packaging in which subsidiary constituents have been purposely included in order to either the packaging material or the packaging headspace to enhance the performance of the packaging system. The performance of the package system includes maintaining sensory, safety and quality aspects of the food. Where active packaging can be used? Active packaging can be used to eliminate an unwanted component, for example, oxygen present inside the package or ethylene produced by the respiring fruits, to include a desirable ingredient, for example, carbon dioxide to retard microbial growth, to prevent microbial growth, for example, an antimicrobial chemical incorporated into a film, and to change the physical conditions inside the package, for example, remove water vapor by absorption or change the temperature of the food. From this, we understand by applying appropriate active packaging systems, these conditions can be regulated. Depending on the requirements of the packaged food, food deterioration can be significantly reduced. Though active packaging is practiced in developed countries, it is an upcoming field in India. Lot of research has to be done for Indian foods to follow it here, but this has a lot of scope for our own foods. Now you see the table. It shows the type of active packaging system and their application to different types of food. Oxygen scavengers. The examples, it can be applied to breads, cakes, cooked rice, biscuits, pasta, cheese, cured meats and fish, coffee, snack foods, dried foods and beverages. We take carbon dioxide scavengers, we see coffee, fresh meat and fish, nuts and other snack food products and sponge cakes. Take ethylene scavengers, fruits and vegetables can be used. Ethanol emitters, here the pizza, cakes, bread, biscuits, fish and bakery products can be used. The moisture absorbers, fish, meat, poultry, snack foods, cereals, dry fruits, sandwiches, fruits and vegetables. Now we will see active packaging systems. Though a lot of research is going on in this active packaging systems, only a few technologies are available commercially in the market. Among these, oxygen absorbers contained in small sachets are the most widely used commercially. Other methods like ethanol emitters, ethylene absorbers, carbon dioxide absorbers and emitters are also used as active packaging systems. We will see one by one. First is sachets and pads. Sachet and pad can be used as effective active packaging system. They cannot be used with liquid foods. Though they have some setbacks, sachets and pads are widely used as active packaging system. The main types are oxygen absorbers, carbon dioxide absorbers and emitters, ethylene absorbers, ethanol emitters and moisture absorbers. Oxygen absorbers are also referred as oxygen scavengers. Iron powder and ascorbic acid are the examples of this category. Iron powder is widely used. Here, the iron is used as powder because in powder form it has more surface area to react with the oxygen present in the foodstuff. By absorbers, we can reduce the concentration of oxygen in the headspace to less than 0.01%. Now, you look at this figure. It is a picture of an oxygen absorber. It looks like a packet. Inside this packet, the components are filled. Complete oxidation of 1 gram of iron can remove 300 milliliter of oxygen in standard conditions. Though other absorbing materials can absorb more oxygen, they may cause odor which is not desirable in food applications. The main disadvantage of iron-based oxygen absorber is that it cannot pass through the metal detectors in the food packaging line. The type of absorbent is decided based on type of the food, water activity of the food, amount of dissolved oxygen in the food, desired shelf life of the product, and the oxygen permeability of the packaging material. Oxygen absorbers are widely used in food products such as meat, poultry, dried food products, bakery products, dried eggs, spices, and powdered milk. Next is carbon dioxide absorbers. Similar to oxygen absorbers, carbon dioxide absorbers are also available. But in practice, a sachet that absorbs only carbon dioxide is rare. So, in addition to iron powder, another absorbent such as calcium hydroxide is also added so that it absorbs both oxygen and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a problem in roasted coffee packages. This type of absorbers will eliminate this problem. Otherwise, the packets may burst. The combination of ascorbic acid with ferrous carbonate or sodium bicarbonate is also available with absorbs oxygen and at the same time generate equivalent amount of carbon dioxide. This avoids package collapse if only oxygen is removed. Next, ethylene adsorbers. During the ripening of fruits, ethylene is produced, which has an effect on the produce inside the package. If it is unripe, this will help in ripening process. On the other hand, if it is already ripened fruit, this will lead to over-ripening and in turn reduces the shelf life of the produce and even sometimes reduce the quality of the produce. The ethylene adsorbers are available in the market with potassium permanganate as the base, which oxidizes ethylene in stages to form carbon dioxide and water vapor. But these adsorbers will not have potassium permanganate as such since it is toxic. Hence, 4 to 6% of this is added to an inert substrate like silica gel, activated carbon, etc. Now, next is ethanol emitters. Ethyl alcohol or ethanol is an antimicrobial agent and it prevents mold growth. Ethanol emitters are available in the market as sachets which contain ethanol, water and silica powder. Sometimes flavors are added to mask the odor of the alcohol. The moisture in the food product is absorbed by the contents of the sachet, which in turn vaporizes the ethanol to the headspace. This ethanol is absorbed by the food product, which prevents the mold growth. Use of ethanol emitters enhances the shelf life of the high moisture bakery products up to 20 times. Moisture absorbers. In the packages of high moisture foods, moisture may accumulate in the packets due to temperature fluctuations. Moisture is also a menace in muscle foods like chicken, meat, fish, etc. If this moisture is not removed, this leads to mold growth. Absorbent pads consisting of granules of super absorbent polymer sandwiched between two layers of a microporous polymer are used in the plush food packages. Polyacrylate salts and graft copolymers of starch are used as water absorbing polymers in these pads. The advantage of these polymers is that they can absorb water 100 to 500 times their own weight. Now we will see about active packaging materials. First is oxygen absorbing materials. As we discussed in the previous section, sachets cannot be used in liquid foods as such. Moreover, sachets will have less effect in vacuum packs. Hence, one of the alternatives for the sachets is incorporation of oxygen absorbing material into the plastic components of the packaging material itself. In the manufacturing of oxygen absorbing packaging materials, either the blend composition or the thickness of the layer can be adjusted to suit the requirement. Compared to sachet, the oxygen absorbing capacity is less in the packaging materials. The major challenge in manufacturing this type of films is that the film should not absorb oxygen before food is filled into it. There should be some mechanism to activate the film, such as exposure of light or moisture. In some cases, when the polymer based absorber is co-extruded with the packaging materials like bottles, films, can coatings, these packs absorbs oxygen in the headspace and prevent the entry of oxygen into the packs. Next is ethylene adsorbers. Clay materials such as pumice, zeolite, cristobalite have the property to adsorb ethylene. When these materials are sintered with a small quantity of metal oxide and dispersed in a plastic film, they become translucent and have increased permeability to gases. Hence, the fruits and vegetables packed in these packs have more shelf life. However, the efficacy of these clay materials after incorporating with the film to absorb ethylene has to be studied in detail. Next is the flavor absorbers. Scalping is nothing but the absorption of flavors by the packaging materials. This property of the polymeric materials may lead to loss of flavor from the fruit juices in contact with the packaging film. But at the same time, if this property is reoriented to absorb the unwanted flavor or odor from the food materials, it will have a positive effect. The off odor developed by the breakdown of protein from muscle foods like fish can be neutralized by adopting a suitable film which absorbs this odor. Commercially, bags made of ferrous salt and ascorbic acid are used in Japan to neutralize the amines developed from fish. Odors developed by auto-oxidation of oils and fats can be removed by films incorporated with synthetic aluminosilicate. This will be useful in packaging of snack foods in absorbing the aldehydes. Sometimes bitterness creates bad taste in juices like citrus juices, which can be removed by using a plastic bottle coated with cellulose acetate butyrate. Next is antioxidant release. Antioxidants have the potential to migrate into the food products from the packaging material if they are incorporated into the packaging film. The antioxidants are useful in protecting the food products from oxidative degradation. Hence, the suitable antioxidants such as butylated hydroxynosole, that is BHA, and butylated hydroxytoluene, that is BHT, can be incorporated into the packaging film to increase the shelf life of breakfast cereals and snack foods. Vitamin E also has such an application. Next is antimicrobial release. Spoilage of foods in packed foods by microorganisms is very common. To overcome this problem, antimicrobial agents can be incorporated into the packaging film. The application of antimicrobial agents has lot of scope due to increase in demand of minimally processed foods and preservative-free foods. The antimicrobial agent incorporated into the film will migrate partly or fully into the space surrounding the foods in the package and react with the food to prevent spoilage due to microorganisms. In the case of vacuum packaged or shrink wrapped foods, the packaging film will be in contact with the food materials. In these cases, the antimicrobial agent coated in the inner film will react with the food to prevent microbial spoilage. Now, we will move on to another packaging method called intelligent packaging. Intelligent packaging, as the name indicates, it is a clever and quick method of understanding something relevant in the packing. This can be used in many ways, such as knowing the ripening of fruits, whether the food is fresh or not, temperature of the food, whether the food is tampered or not, etc. It can be defined as packaging that contains an external or internal indicator to provide information about aspects of the history of the package and or the quality of food. Now, we will see the type of intelligent packaging systems. There are three types of intelligent packaging systems. Now, you see this table. This table shows the three types of intelligent packaging based on their functions. To improve the product quality and product value. Example, quality indicators, temperature indicators, time temperature indicators, gas concentration indicators. The next is provide more convenience. Example, quality, distribution and preparation or cooking methods. Next is provide protection against theft, counterfeiting and tampering. We will see one by one in detail. Improving the product quality and product value. In this we will see the quality indicators first. As this type of intelligent packaging is indicative type, a specific indicator is attached to the package which indicates the quality of the product during storage, transport and till it reaches the consumer. A change in color will easily indicate the quality of the product inside. Despite quality indicators have very good application in knowing the quality of the food products, many products are not available in the industry. Kimchi freshness indicator is an example of this type of indicator developed in Korea to identify the freshness of kimchi, a traditional fermented vegetable food. When kimchi is fermented to pH 4.2 and titrable acidity of 0.6 to 0.8%, the flavor, taste and texture will be optimal. During the supply chain, the quality of the product can be identified by the color indicator. Another type is ripesense. Is another product developed in New Zealand to identify the ripeness and quality of the fruits. The indicator was developed for pears since the consumers find difficulty in assessing the ripeness of this fruit. This sensor detects the aroma compounds come out of the fruits during ripening. The aroma makes the indicator to change the color from red if it is firm through orange to yellow if it is juicy. After success with pears, now efforts are being made to develop indicators for other fruits also. Next is time temperature indicators. These TTIs are a type of quality indicators that work on exposure to temperature over a period of time and show a color change or any other physical character depending on their total exposure. These TTIs were developed initially for frozen foods to identify their quality. But now there are indicators for other categories of foods also. There are two types of TTIs in the market. Partial history indicators, that is, which do not respond unless predetermined threshold temperature is exceeded, and full history indicators which respond continuously to all temperatures. BITSAP, Visual Indicator Tag System AB, is a type of full history indicator which contains two compartments. In the inner compartment, a proprietary lipase enzyme and pH indicator is placed, and in the outer compartment, a lipase substrate in a fluid suspension is placed. When there is any difference in the package, the enzyme starts reacting with the substrate and hydrolysis occurs. Due to the hydrolysis activity, gradually the color of the indicator changes from green to red. There are four categories: green showing excellent, yellow for good, brown for uncertain, and red shows overexposed. Temp time is another full history time temperature indicator. It consists of three distinct regions: one 8-digit number unique to each TTI, 2-digit code for a particular model, and a strip that shows the change in color due to temperature exposure. This can be monitored only with a computer and a optimal device supplied by the manufacturer. Next is the monitor mark. It is a type of partial history TTI. This indicator is designed as an abuse indicator. If a predetermined temperature is not reached, there will not be any response in the indicator. Recommended storage conditions for this indicator are 22 degrees Celsius and 20 to 60% relative humidity. Next indicator type is the gas concentration indicators. Small tablet or label-like indicators is available commercially, which shows the presence or absence of gases such as oxygen in the packed food. In an oxygen indicator, the indicator shows pink when the concentration of oxygen is less than 0.1%. When the concentration increases to more than 0.5%, it turns to blue. Next category is providing more convenience type indicators. Improved convenience is an important factor that customers like to pay extra without any hesitation since it has a value for them. In this, thermochromic inks is the first one. Thermochromic inks are temperature sensitive printing inks. The color of the ink changes to another when they are exposed to certain temperatures. By using this property, certain manufacturers have developed technology to indicate the appropriateness of the material to drink or not. The ink is printed on a packet, and when it is exposed to heating or cooling, the color of the ink changes, indicating phrases such as drink now or too hot. Then comes the microwave doneness indicator. Microwave doneness indicator is a special type of indicator used in microwave oven that shows the readiness of foods in it after heating. The doneness indicator should be used only for the products that heat uniformly. The indicator should be placed on the lid or cover of the container, which can be seen easily. Most of the indicators of this type give wrong information on heating due to field distribution in the microwave ovens. To overcome this, sealed doneness indicator has been developed, which is not affected by the field distribution. The indicator should be placed in contact with a metal surface in the oven so that the temperature sensor is not affected by the electric field. By this method, the sensor will respond to the temperature, not the microwave energy. Here also, there is a limitation that we can only see the color change only after the oven is opened. Next type of the indicator is the radio frequency identification. This is RFID. These RFID sensors help in sensing the information recorded in a tag attached to the product. The tags which are attached to the product may be in the form of microchip, banknote security ribbon, label, etc. The tags can be sensed from a certain distance by radio frequencies. The RFID tags are used nowadays in secondary and tertiary packaging only, not in individual customer packing. This is helpful in improving the efficiency of the supply chain and traceability. Now we will see about the next category, providing protection against theft, counterfeit and tampering. Theft, counterfeit and tampering of packs cause huge loss to the manufacturers in the supply chain. Protection against theft and counterfeit is overcome by holograms, laser labels and electronic tags. Tampering is a big concern in the food industries. Tamper-proof technologies are developed based on labels that will be transparent normally. When they are tampered, they change to different color permanently. In some of the labels, messages such as stop or opened will appear on the label, which indicates they are tampered. Food packaging is vital in food supply chain. Due to globalization, food is prepared in one continent and distributed in some other continent. In this supply chain, lot of innovations have been developed to make the food attractive, safe and secure for the consumers and manufacturers. Active and intelligent packaging are the two new technologies in the packaging field. Though these technologies are getting popular in USA and Japan, they are in nascent stage in India. Definitely, this will be useful for providing safe food to the consumers and avoiding losses. Okay, thank you learners for listening. I hope you have understood the principles of active and intelligent packaging.